Like you had to deal with the HIV infected patients. Yeah.
That was when I was in Rameela. That was at the start of the HIV into this. So we had the Karnataka State AIDS Society there. So we took up, Rameela actually took it up with the district administration, the training of counselors.
Okay.
When the ICTC was set up, that is the counseling centers in every district hospital was set up. We were training all the counselors. So that was for almost the whole district. So that way I came to know a lot of counselors and we were doing a lot of hand holding for them. I may not have dealt directly with the HIV patients except when it came to supervision. But I have done a lot of hand holding for the counselors when they were dealing with HIV patients and they were stuck in those cases. They used to call us up as supervisors. So we were the supervisors. So we were called and then we used to give them help. Or that time we used to go regularly as visits to all these agencies, nodal agencies, these hospitals we used to go, ICTC, VCTC and all we used to go. And that time we used to interact with some of the patients. Okay. Again there, the training was given again by NIMHANS for us. So we used to go also for refresher courses to NIMHANS and that used to be a very great, learning for us. I think that is one area that I've really learnt a lot and something that I worked with a lot of finest of doctors, I can say. KMC, Udupi, Manipal, the best of the doctors who dealt with HIV. I have learned a lot from them, the way they dealt with these patients and the way they had the, that commitment towards this particular area and all that, So that was one thing that I learned. And something that really helped me in this area is coming to the near-death experience of the patients. Because I've seen people on their deathbed. Because when I've gone and seen patients in the hospitals or when I've supervised somebody, I've indirectly done counseling and then I've realized that the person is on the deathbed. I've gone and seen the person on the deathbed and literally given the support for him to go through smoothly. I think that was very touching and that I think made me a little more stronger. Because I think especially we, in Dakshin Kannada earlier, we were never exposed to death and death rituals. Like any funeral rituals and all. I think the other day I was just telling somebody, if I was like this today, as I was, maybe I would have set fire to my own father's body. But that time I think we weren't allowed. I was at home. I was not allowed to go back to there's nothing. But now I was able to find a lot of courage there when I actually saw the person actually moving towards death, Of course, not that I was not emotional. There were tears flowing down my eyes, but I could stand it. I could stand with the patients' families. So that's how I think now I'm doing a little bit of work even with patients with cancer, things like that, because I'm more courageous, I think so that way. And I'm able to give a little more of, support to people, either people or family who are dying, so that way.
And ma'am, do you believe that, do we still have that stereotype for HIV patients?
Now it is much, much less. Now it's because, now the treatment is there, the ART is there and all that. So now it's not there so much, There's not that initially, of course, even when we used to enter that, VCTC area, we used to be looked at in a different manner and all that. That is not there now.
Families are supportive?
Families are supportive now. I've actually now recently I've not got into, because KESAPS has almost weaned off all the programs. I know I meet the doctors and the counselors who talk there, but not much involved in HIV right now because it's not a burning issue now.